Guys, this is my first video on contemporary times, so give me a second to change my clothes. There we go. Where was I? Alright. A few months ago, The Times published an article titled "On the Rise: 20 Faces That Could Shape the World in 2020." I personally didn't read the article because I'm broke. However, all Italian media outlets were talking about this, so I got enough info anyway. Among the reasons why everybody and their grandma was talking about this article was because Giorgia Meloni was listed among these 20 individuals, and that's a bit absurd. If you live outside of this oddly shaped nation, you probably never heard of this woman, so you're probably wondering who she is. Thank goodness I'm here. But be sure to watch the video all the way to the end, because I will be making two important points. Giorgia Meloni is an Italian politician born and raised in Rome. She had a very rough upbringing. Her dad left her when she was 11, so she didn't have a very easy life as a teenager. Regardless, she was able to have a very active political career, finished her studies and worked hard from the bottom up to great charges of government. She started from being the representative of her youth group in the Ministry of Education. Some years later, she became Minister of Youth during Berlusconi's government in 2005. And finally became party leader of Fratelli d'Italia, Brothers of Italy in English, a position she still holds to this day. She's also a member of the Chamber of Deputies. She managed to do all this as a single mother of a young girl. Now, some of you might stop, hear this and think, amazing, she is a very strong, independent feminist woman fighting against the patriarchy. Unfortunately, not quite. As I said previously, she joined a youth political party back in her teenage years. Here's the problem with that party. It was a neo-fascist group called Italian Social Movement, and her political views have only moved to the left, just a bit. Today, Brothers of Italy is categorized as a far-right party. In essence, though, their primary goals are to achieve a more federal type of government in Italy, giving more autonomy to regions. They also want to lower taxes and to stop the government from raising them too high by implementing a limit on the constitution. They also would like the president of Italy to be more like the president of the United States, as in it has to be directly elected and has to have more executive power. It seems their ideal Italy has to be more like the United States. Giorgia Meloni brings the party even more to the right thanks to her traditionalist opinions that would make an Egyptian pharaoh scream in horror for how outdated they are. Thankfully, not all the party members agree with her. You might think that's something that would divide the party, but actually she has very good ratings. Meloni did a lot of weird things to stay on the spotlight. She openly spoke against the European Union, immigration, the LGBTQ community, and people not living in nuclear families. On the other hand, she has also spoken fondly, directly or not, about Vladimir Putin, Viktor Orban, Pinochet, and even Richard Spencer from the alt-right. Yikes. Yet under all the controversy, she actually has some merit and art in what she does. Let me explain. You don't have to agree with everything they say to actually like a politician, right?
Cut!
Oh, looks like we're taking a commercial break. Hey, what's going on?
You can't just say stuff like that on YouTube. Like, B, come on. People will think you're a fascist if you portray a radical politician anything other than a conventional caricature.
Oh, I got you. Don't worry though. That is not my second point. When I get there, it will make sense. Didn't you read the script I sent you?
I think what you sent me was a weird Karl Marx and Mussolini fanfiction.
That would explain a lot, actually. Thank you for helping me out, by the way.
It's my pleasure.
And that is why communism actually improves the quality of barbecue sauce on your crisps.
Commercial break is over, man. Come on, I have a point to make about Meloni. Look, there's a lot wrong with her. However, I love the way she campaigns and gathers people to her cause. And I'm not alone. According to the most recent polls, Meloni has 13% of the votes, and that's about 8 million people, many of which are young people. In fact, national youth parties are among the most active in the country. Her secret for gathering so much support from young people is actually the reason why I made this video in the first place. Memes. Meloni is the meme queen of Italian politics, and I'm not even joking. Salvini comes second with his TikTok videos, but that's another story. The reign of our meme majesty Meloni started at Romix. Romix is a convention about nerdy stuff taking place in Rome. In 2018, Meloni went there for the first time and she rode a dragon, made pictures with Darth Vader, looked at weeaboo shit, and became a gamer. She also became the unofficial waifu of the Romix convention and got a lot of fan art, which she decided to publish on her Facebook. One anime character she published that looked a lot like her turned out to be a lesbian one. This accident resulted in quite a few giggles. While it was a memorable experience and she gained a lot of respect for it, she aspired for something more. She aspired for the dank status. Memes, YouTube poops, and music remixes on Giorgia Meloni were not something new on the internet, but they reached their peak just a few months ago. During a rally in late 2019, she made a speech against the plans of changing the parental status in passports from mother and father to parent 1 and parent 2. This was proposed in order to be more inclusive towards LGBTQ parents. Meloni was having none of that and started bitching about the change of status being a conspiracy to undermine her identity as a woman, a mother, and a Christian. The message didn't have a lot of weight, but the delivery was strong and powerful in a semi-ironic way. The meme potential of the speech encouraged YouTube remixer Meme and J to make a song out of it, and the video boomed.
Giorgia, sono una donna, sono una madre, sono cristiana.
And it was shared countless times on social media by supporters and opponents alike of Giorgia Meloni. She soon reached top popularity and got a lot of support out of the video. Her skill at public speaking and debating makes her particularly enjoyable to watch, to the point that she actually creates written when she speaks, written good enough to actually make remixes out of. To conclude this video, let me say that there could be many reasons for why she was featured in the Times. I don't think memes were particularly one of them. This was just something that pushed me to make a video like this. But she can be tenacious and persuasive, making her arguably a good leader, and she clearly has been through a lot in the past. Shows a lot of devotion for her country, and she also showed many times to be quite clever and opportunistic, taking advantage of the remix just to be on the spotlight. Her personality is strong enough to make a big group of people follow her in her plans to make Italy a more traditionalist and autonomous nation. Her beliefs can be outdated and lack logic at times, but I think that's another tactic of hers to stand out among all the men running against her. While I doubt she will ever become prime minister, I'm sure she will leave a mark in this nation's history. She already did so in the right-wing coalition, which thanks to her holds more patriotic and Christian values, giving it a more clear identity, unlike the left now. Many politicians coming after her should take her attitude as a source of inspiration if they want to be heard. Let me know what you think about Meloni, and if you want to see more videos like this. Be sure to write your output in the comment section below. Remember, I have a Patreon and a Discord. If you want to help me financially, ask me questions directly. Have a good day, guys, and see you next time.